Hi everyone, welcome to part 1 of the Make Money Writing series. And as I already shared in the introduction video, that today we are going to talk about blog post writing. Well, essentially, this whole channel talks about blogging. I talk about blog writing because, well, that is what I do as a professional. I am a freelance content writer, so I provide blog writing as a service to businesses in the health, wellness, and healthcare sector. And I am a blogger as well. I have my own website where I write blogs. I am building my own blog as well. So if you would go around my channel and if you would see the other content, it is mainly around blogging. But this video is for anybody who knows nothing about what blog post writing is. So before we get started, make sure that you subscribe to my channel to not miss any further notifications about this entire series. And now, what is blog post writing? So blog posts are informational content or educational content that are written for several purposes, but one of the major reasons why blog posts have become a very significant part of the whole content marketing strategy for every level of business is to spread awareness, is to educate the target audience or the target customer of any business. Now, in simple language, let's say you are working at a business. Let's say you're working in a company that makes clothes. Okay, let's say you're working at a company that manufactures clothes. So how can blog posts be essential for their business? So if they have a website, they can write blog posts around their process, the manufacturing process and everything. In this way, they will be able to attract other manufacturers and they can collaborate with them. Or they can write blog posts about the latest fashion trends and the latest, say, dyeing trends, or the ones that are emerging trends in the fashion industry, so that they can attract youngsters like me and you who are interested in learning about fashion, who are interested in learning about the current trends around the clothing industry, and so on and so forth. So blog posts are written to educate people. They are written from the agenda of creating a customer base where you can educate people, where you can share your expertise as a business owner, as a website owner. Okay, now, but there is other side to blogging as well, which is where you have a personal brand like I do, and you have a website like I do, and you create blogs on the topics that interest you. This is essentially called blogging. Okay, so as a content writer, if you want to provide blog writing as a service, you can do it to two people. One is the business owners or the big websites that are already established. These could be magazines, these could be big established websites in any sector. When I say any, I literally mean in any sector, because whether that's finance, healthcare, travel and tourism, food blogging, there are a lot of different niches, there are a lot of different categories in which you can further narrow down as a blog writer, and you can provide those services as a content writer. But the second type of clients that you can look forward to are people like me, who have their own blogs, who have websites, and they are creating their blogs. Why? Because they are blogging for the purpose of business. Now, some of the most famous bloggers, for example, there's this website called Bruised Passports. Now, this is a couple and they are a travel blogger. They blog, they like literally they roam around the world. They are traveling across the world, and their blog is full of information for people who want to travel. They, for example, let's say I want to go to a new destination. I am going to explore, say, some part of the country or even abroad as well. So as a travel blogger, what they do is they basically share their experience through blogging. They share every minute detail. For example, the eateries that you can go out to, the shopping places that you can explore as a traveler in a particular place, and so on and so forth. So for bloggers like these, you can approach them as a content writer to either write their blogs on their behalf, because as their websites grow, as the workload increases, people essentially need writers to take off the workload from their plate, and they need like great writers who can translate their experiences and who can write it in a very good presentable ways. So it's very simple. Everybody cannot do anything. Sorry, everybody cannot do everything, right? It's like, for me, I have a blog and I know that I'm good at writing, but I am not a video editor. So I know that down the line, I will need to hire a video editor for myself. I am not good at website management. So I already have someone who manages my website, because that's the technical aspect of it. So as the work grows, so does the need to bring people into the team that can work for you. And this is where you as a content writer can come in. This is where you as a blog writer can come in into the entire business model of your clients. Now, the next relevant point is that it's literally like the question that I'm asked always on my Instagram, on my LinkedIn, which is blogging still relevant? Like, is it profitable for people to blog their way? Is it profitable for businesses to create a blog and hire writers and spend that much or invest that much in writers? So the truth is yes, because I have the statistics in front of me that says, according to a 2023 report by HubSpot, blogs are still one of the top media forms used in content strategies. So primary form of media used within content strategy is videos, then we have blogs, then we have infographics, followed by many others. So what do you mean by content strategy? Basically, for any business, a content strategy is what type of content they are planning to put out into the digital system to promote their blog, to spread awareness about their business, and to essentially get more eyeballs on their business. Okay, and how blogs work. So every single day there are 5.6 billion searches being on Google. Okay, every single day, like literally approximately 94% of the people are searching on Google, and they're going for organic results. What do you mean by organic results? Organic results are basically, let's say you searched for family restaurant near me. Okay, now when you search for this term on Google, you get a few results on Google. So the results that you get on Google, those are called organic results. Organic, why? Because they're coming up on their own based on the systems and analysis that Google has done for you. So they are not they're not human generated, they are machine generated. Google's system is working and it is prioritizing those particular blogs that comes up on Google. All right, so why again blogging is relevant? Because 5.6 billion searches are being on Google, which means that as long as Google is there, as long as people are searching for their problems on Google, at least until then, blogging will be relevant. Whether it's for your personal needs, whether it's for building a personal brand like I am doing, I have a blog and I'm building my whole personal brand around it, or if it's for any type of business, any type of business model for that matter, blogging will stay relevant because it helps you to bring organic traffic to your website, which can later be converted to customers or readers, and even people who pay you for particular services that you are providing, or for your particular products that you are trying to sell on your website. Okay, now the next thing that you should know as a content writer, if you want to dive deep into exploring blog writing, is what are the types of blogs. So The three of my favorite type of blogs. Number one is listicles. Listicles are basically, they are articles, they are blogs, but they are written in the form of list. This is my go-to format for my blog as well, because well, as far as my personal brand is concerned, it just feels right for me. But as far as a general overview on listicles is concerned, then listicles are the type of blogs that give you very bite-sized information in small paragraphs, even if the blog as a whole is very long. Why? Because they allow the reader to skim the content. What do you mean by skim? Skimming is basically going through the blog like this, and you just catch a word and you stop there and you read a word or two, and that's it. Basically, listicles allow you to get to that point of information, to get to that point of solution that you are looking forward to. All right. Now, the second type of blogs that are very, very popular and very, very helpful, and you must know how to write them as a content writer, is how to blogs. How to blogs are basically well researched, in-depth content where you give basically step-by-step tutorial for any particular thing. Let's say you are writing a blog. Let's say the topic of your blog is how to make coffee. Okay, now do not think that this is a very general topic, like everybody would know it. No, I read this somewhere and it really applies to it, applies to everyone. I believe that your most basic knowledge of information is a whole opening to a new world for someone else. Again, your basic point of knowledge can be a whole opening of a new world for someone else. Like, this is not the exact words, but this is what it essentially meant, that even if you think that how to make coffee is a very like below average query, there are people who do not know about it. So even if you think that, oh, this is normal, everyone would know it, don't ever self reject. So if you are trying to write a blog on how to make coffee, you can give step-by-step tutorial of the entire process: selecting the coffee, boiling the water, adding coffee to it, adding sugar to it, then filtering it, and then serving it. It can be a literally 5-step process on how to make coffee, and you can literally put that into a blog where you give detailed step-by-step tutorials on your blog. Now, there are actually bloggers who do this. There are bloggers, for example, I saw one of this, I came across this website on Google where that person, all he does is he goes around New York and he tastes coffee and he rates them on his blog. That's it. So the potential is huge. People are doing it. All it depends on the process that you go for it. So, well, we were talking about the type of blog. So the second type of blog is how to blogs. You must know how to conduct research on your blogs. You must know how to conduct the writing process on your blog for your blogs, and also most importantly, you must know how to go through the entire process of that particular topic and convert that. Let's say it's a very heavy load of information, so you should be able to convert that heavy words of information into simple information that can be understood by anybody, because the normal readability level that is preferred for writers, that content writers should stick to, is anywhere between 6 to 8 level. That is the middle school level, because an average reader on the internet is reading at that level. So your job as a content writer is to convert heavy bites, like heavy big words or lengthy information, into smaller information that is more, that can be more easily understood by the readers. All right. Now the third type of blogs. Now these are the blogs that will give you real stories. These are the blogs where you show them your opinion or your experience, but it is also backed by data. For example, recently, like one of my blogs is about gardening. where I show them, where I'm talking about how gardening helps your mental health, or how being closer to the nature can improve your mental health. Now, did I write it out of the blue? No, I wrote it because we literally have a garden in our home. It's a very small garden. My mom has built it, but I wrote it because I have had that experience on myself. I have had that kind of, like, I had literally got my hands dirty into the process with my mom at least once or twice. So I shared that experience through that blog, and also I was supporting everything that I said, everything that I felt while doing the process. I shared it into the blog, and I supported that with data, with statistics that were there online. Now, how do you find this data? That is a matter of content research. If you want to understand content research, I already have a video on my channel. You can go ahead and you can learn different ways of content research from that video. Now, these were the three types of blogs, essentially the three types of blog that are very, very successful when it comes to the different types of blog posts that you can excel in as a content writer. Now, the next topic is, how do you create these blog posts? So for this, there are essentially, like, there are three parts: pre-writing process, the writing process, and post-writing process. In the pre-writing process, we talk about content research, keyword research, and selecting the topic, going through the loads of information on the web, and curating the information that you will write, that you will finally select for the blog. The writing process is, like it says, it is the writing process where you sit down to write your blog, the first draft, second draft, and the final draft. The post-writing process is when you have written the blog and you're about to submit it to the client. What are the steps that should be taken before you submit it to your content writing client, or before you post it on your blog if you have a blog like me? So I have explained this entire thing of the pre-writing, writing, and the post-writing process in another playlist on my channel. You will find it from the name of how to write a blog post. You can go through that. Again, I'll link it here so that you guys don't have any problem finding it. That is, I guess it's a 6 to 8 part playlist where you will learn in depth about every single nuance of how to write a blog post. I take you through my dashboards, I take you through the tools that I use, I take you through my writing processes and everything. So you can go and watch that playlist on my channel. Now, the next point, which is essentially the most discussed, kind of a hot topic right now, which is, will AI replace blog post writers? Because there are so many AI writing tools that have been introduced in the market. There are so many AI writing tools that are coming every single day. So there is a very big question mark, and the writers are afraid. So again, I have already solved that problem for you. I also use AI. If you don't know, I use AI writing tools for my blog. And no, AI is not going to replace you, but yes, but you have to be careful of the process in which you use it. Because if you are just copy pasting the AI content as a business owner, if your client is just copy pasting the AI content, obviously they are setting themselves up for disappointment. Because, well, AI content is not new. There's nothing original, there's nothing authentic, there are no new stories, no new experiences. AI is just paraphrasing what is already there on the internet. But Google doesn't like that. Google is only preferring content that is original, that is real. So even if you're using AI, you need to incorporate your own touch to it. And how do you do that? Again, I already have a video on my channel where I take you through the step-by-step process of my personal way in which I use this AI writing tool for my blog. So again, I already have a video on my channel. You can you can just watch it from the link in the I button here. Now, the final and the most important part of this video. Let's say everything that I said, you are convinced that, okay, blog writing is something that I can explore as a freelance writer or as a content writer. But, like, how do I go around it? Like, what should be the first step in learning it? So here's what you have to do. The very first step in exploring blog writing is to learn more about it. Now, there are two ways. First, you can go through my entire YouTube channel. My video is filled with blog writing and blogging tips and all of that stuff. So you can go through my channel and you can learn everything that I've shared on this channel. Second thing, what you have to do is, along with learning everything, make sure that you implement it. Now, you might have a question. I don't have a client, I don't have a website, where do I implement it? So guys, you need to understand that as a beginner, just get this in your head, that as a beginner, you should be able to make use of what you have. Don't wait for the right time, for the right website, for the right tool, for the right client to come up and show up to your door and tell you, oh, we would like to work for you. That doesn't happen. I'm just being very blunt here. It doesn't happen that way. So if you want to improve your writing skills, go for free platforms where you can create an account and where you can start writing. Medium, again, a very great platform if you guys want to go for some free platform where you can just experiment with your writing skills. Or LinkedIn has this article writing section. I guess it's called it's called the document section. I don't know the word exactly, but yes, LinkedIn does have a section where you can write articles and you can publish them, and they stay within your LinkedIn profile. And you know the best part, that the articles that you write, whether on Medium or LinkedIn, if you implement all the SEO strategies on them, those articles have the potential to even rank on Google. Because when I work on my blog, I have seen a lot of articles that come up in Google search which are not from any personal websites, but they are from websites like Medium or LinkedIn. So the thing is, you already have a lot of information right at your fingertips. What will make a difference is your willingness to start working towards it, right? So with that said, this was everything I wanted to teach. I wanted to share about blog writing. Blog writing has definitely changed my career. It has given a direction to what I want to do with my life, with my career. It has helped me a lot. So if you guys have any questions about it, you can just feel free to share them in the comments below. I will be more than happy to answer. But other than that, like I said, watch these videos, watch everything, but don't stop at the content consumption part. Also indulge in content implementation, okay? Because just taking the knowledge will not do any good. You have to go out there and you have to do it. Also, don't think that I'm a bad writer. Trust me when I say this, 3 years ago when I started, I was a below average writer. I wasn't as good as I am today. A skill is anything that you build day by day. It is not built overnight. So if you think, oh, she writes great, oh, she speaks so well, oh, she conducts herself so well. The truth is, we've been doing it for years. We've been practicing it for years. So as a content writer, if you choose blog writing, you can follow me on my LinkedIn or on my Instagram, because that is where I share every single nuance of blogging, blog writing, content marketing, and everything that I talk about here on this channel as well. So you can connect with me on my other social media platforms, and I would be more than happy to help you guys in any other way I can as far as blogging is concerned. And in the next video, we will talk about email marketing. What is email marketing? How can you select, or how can you write, or how can you learn to write emails where you get paid to write them? All right. So I'll see you in the next part, the part 2 of this series. Until then, keep learning, keep writing. All the best for choosing your particular skill. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you for watching. Bye.